Hello and welcome to Spooning with me, Mark Wogan. We are here at Homeslice in the City of London, and there's a reason for that. I'm one of the founders. But let's not dwell on that, because we are here for a very special guest, and I will be challenging the food that they think they love and the food that they think they hate. And of course, as ever, I will be taking my guest and blindfolding them. But who is my very special guest today? Now, what this guest doesn't know is a bit of a fan. Okay, followed their career, watch them grow into the comedy and acting leviathan that they are today. But they've been in everything from Ted Lasso and are now here to talk about Return to Paradise. Will you please welcome the singing, comedic, acting sensation that is Lloyd Griffith.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.
What a lovely intro. Thank you.
I try, because, you know, like I say, I'm a big fan of your comedy. I think, you know, it's lovely to have you. Let's go all the way back to the beginning, because you're a Grimsby boy.
I am a Grimsby boy.
Which would be hard to tell now.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's so many kind of layers to you that I'm not sure everybody's completely aware of. That, like, you're a deeply musical and talented chorister and singer.
Yeah.
Which you kind of wear that quietly. I mean, like, you've done a bit of Songs of Praise.
I have, yeah.
But...
Haven't we all?
No.
Okay.
Mainly for other reasons, but I don't think they'd have me in a church. But you went to Exeter and you studied music.
Yeah.
On a choral scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who you share choral scholarship status with?
At Exeter or...
Just in general.
In general.
Within the public eye.
Within the public eye. So I think Xander Armstrong.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yes. However, you haven't gone down the route he went down, which was releasing sort of Christmas albums where you appear on the front looking sort of like a chimney sweep.
Well, I'll give it time.
Okay.
Still early days.
What you're saying is you're available.
I'm available, yeah.
But what? Because you were doing that and you were working in the creative sector.
Yeah.
And you just suddenly went, no, it's not this. I'm going to be a comic.
Well, I'd been a choir boy since a young age, and then it was kind of like the only thing that I really loved doing. It was the thing that I identified with most. Was a choir boy in a church in Grimsby, which, you know, a bit weird. Mm-hmm. And a very like working class.
Being attached to that?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. You're joking.
Yeah.
I wore Deirdre Barlow glasses, had an eye patch, was 10 stone. Do you know what I mean? Like,
wow.
And was a choir boy.
Yeah. No.
Like, that was
going for you.
That was a bingo card.
No wonder you learned how to tell jokes.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And also as well, like when my voice broke, I decided to sing like a girl, like in falsetto, like male alto, countertenor, because I was like, oh, I quite like the sound. Not realising,
You wouldn't know that from your speaking voice.
I know, and to be fair, I have retrained in the last kind of like 7 to 8 years and sing baritone now, but I just love doing it. And I went to Exeter and I was going to be an opera singer, moved to London to like raise money to be an opera singer, go to one of the colleges, and was working in the creative sector whilst earning money, went to a comedy club and was like, what is this?
But had you always been, by your peer group, deemed funny?
It depends who you ask.
Yeah. You found comedy. And was it like a real light bulb moment for you? Like,
yeah.
This actually, sod everything else, I'm doing this.
Well, yeah, it wasn't sod everything I'm doing on this, but like how do you do this? I was it was called the Finfig Comedy Club, which is also called the Backyard Comedy Club in East London. I was living in Shoreditch at the time, and Lee Hurst was hosting. God bless him. And then opening was Milton Jones.
Lovely.
In the middle was Stefano Paolini. Closing was Mickey Flanagan. And apart from Lee Hurst, none of those had really done any TV.
No.
And Milton was just like whacking out these one-liners. And then Mickey Flanagan at the end, just bobbing out. Yeah. I was like, what's this? And I spoke to Lee Hurst afterwards, like, what is this? He's like, it's a comedy club. I was like, and people can just come. I was like, yeah, it was like £9. I was like, that's amazing. And how'd you become one of them? He went, oh, well, it takes a lot of time, mate. And to be fair, he gave me some tips, some advice, open mics to go to, and I went to these open mics and I saw some of the quality. I was like, oh, I can do this. Like, it might not be amazing, but it's better than that.
I'm not going to die on my arse like him.
And I did. Oh, I absolutely did.
Well, you have to.
Yeah, you have to, yeah. And then like you do like the Comedy Cafe down on Knoll Street. Was it Knoll Street?
Yeah.
King's Head, Crouch End, and you just try it out. Then it's a hobby, and as Rob Beckett summed it up really nicely in his autobiography, it's a hobby that gets out of hand. The next thing you know, you're paying tax, and then you read Jimmy Carr's autobiography and you figure out how to not pay tax.
Yes. Or how just to make so much money it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it because I genuinely love doing it. And it is sycophantic. I love the laugh that you get. You know, obviously the money is nice. It isn't for a long time. And it still isn't, you know, every now and then I'll still do gigs, you know, for 100 quid, you know, in a room above a pub.
But what's interesting is, you know, that Lee Hurst saying to you, oh, it takes a while.
Yeah.
So this was 2008. By 2010, you're supporting Rob Beckett on his tour.
Yeah.
So couldn't have taken that. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, you
Yeah.
look back and go, that wasn't that long, was it?
No, it wasn't, and that was because like I was just mates with Rob at the time, and we were pals, and he'd really kicked off. Like he'd won all the competitions from like 2008 through to 2011. So, and he was able to get on tour. So, I was actually in Homeslice in Neil's Yard when I found out I was supporting Jack Whitehall.
Very good.
I was on a date with a lady from Manchester.
And are you still with this young?
No, not at all.
No.
No, God, no.
Still mates with Jack Whitehall.
Still mates with Jack Whitehall, and still up until last year was doing his tour support.
You did his tour support.
But I was in a Homeslice when I found out, and I got the email from my agent that I was supporting Jack Whitehall. I remember seeing the words Wembley Arena, and I was like, wow.
What I like about this conversation so far is we are building a great affection and affinity and a positivity aligned with Homeslice. And hopefully that will continue. The other thing that I didn't realise about you, because I'm not one, is the depth of love and knowledge that you have with football.
Yeah.
And therefore, rather ignorantly, your role in Ted Lasso was kind of directly related to that in a sense, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't even bother to change your name.
Well, it was a weird one. I think so with Ted Lasso. I was hosting Soccer M at the time, where I play like a.
I mean,
well,
you replaced Helen.
So Jimmy Boyle and I replaced Helen. Yeah. So I'd been a guest a couple of times.
At least one of you had long hair.
Yeah, as long as one hair, and I won't do the other joke. And like I grew up watching Helen, absolutely adore Helen, and I've been a guest a few times. And
she was the one consistent in all of it.
Yeah.
But, you
know. Oh, I might calm down. And then I was asked to present the show, which was an honour. And then I was doing that, and then the reason I left Soccer M is because I got another job, which actually then annoyingly didn't transpire. But then Ted Lasso came along, and it's a situation where I think in this job you have to get used to rejection like all the time. Like the amount of auditions I do, and they go, "Oh, I'm really sorry, we've gone in a different direction," and that direction is just someone better. Often the case, but I think this was one of the times where and I've spoken to a lot of actors. Some of them have had this happen before, where you're given this role, you sign the papers, and then the director just changed their mind about two characters, and you go, "Oh right, okay, cool."
Oh great, thanks.
And again, so you just have to get used to rejection. And again, Lee Mack talks about it a lot in his book. You know what I mean? There is a lot of rejection in comedians' lives, and that's kind of why they do this. So we are all weird. Like there's no denying it. Comedians are weird, and there's a reason why.
But it's that weird mix of being able to ride and almost sort of take a perverse pleasure in the rejection, or a joke falling flat.
Yeah.
And then also absolutely love it when it goes right.
Exactly, yeah. And I think like when the contract runs out and the NDA's expired, I will be able to make a joke about that at some point. But for now I can't. So I'd said yes to this job.
We all look forward to that moment. Just to say.
I think 4 people. But right, that film.
Well, no, because it's like all actors when they come on, it's like, what's the role that you were up for?
Yeah.
And didn't get, and it's too painful to watch.
Well, do you know, there's so many things that you're watching. I'll be watching TV and go, have I seen this before? Have I seen this before? And I go, oh no, I auditioned for it. And I obviously didn't get it.
Yeah,
there's another man playing that role.
Yeah.
So, the whole, being an actor and a comedian, being a comedian, you're kind of in charge of your own fate to a certain point. Being an actor, you audition and you've got no idea if it's going to work or not.
But are there any that you turned down that turned into something massive?
No, not at all. I would never turn anything down.
Okay.
I'll do anything.
Okay.
I'll do absolutely anything.
Fair enough.
No, that hasn't happened yet. But going back to the Ted Lasso thing, it was, an amazing opportunity to be a part of this kind of unknown at the start. It was an advert that essentially became into a series. And I just remember being on set, and I've talked about this a lot, being on set on that first day where we were all there, everyone was so lovely, and everyone was just like going, right, well, I guess see what happens. And I just remember Hannah Waddingham just being unbelievably amazing. Jason Sudeikis being so welcoming and kind of like, let's just have a go. And like, then there was a little bit of improv, and he was like, what's your name? I was like, Lloyd. He's like, what do you want to be called? I was like, I don't know. He's like, should we just call you Lloyd? I was like, yeah. And then that was it. And I'm like,
Lloyd.
Yeah. And,
Now, did you and Waddingham have any kind of sing-offs?
well, do you know what? So
I mean, she can sing.
I was unaware of just how unbelievably talented that lady is. Like, it's a joke. Like, I give it some every now and then. Like, oh yeah, I can sing. She's next level.
Yeah.
Like, she is next level. And there was
You could out Ave Maria her though.
No, it'd be a nice duet, but I would absolutely be taking the lower part.
Okay.
We were at Wembley Stadium filming some of Ted Lasso, and it was a really nice moment where we were just in like one of the changing rooms, just chatting. I thought, oh, it's great being here. Like, you know, obviously I've been here to see Grimsby Town play a few times, in England a lot. I was like, my dream is to sing the national anthem, like on the turf before an England game. She's like, have you ever done it? I was like, no. She went, bugger it, come on. She just grabbed my hand and we just like went through, and then we were on the turf.
Wow.
It was just me and her. She's like, right, let's have a little sing. And I was like, oh my God, Hannah. So we basically, and I hadn't heard her voice before. She started singing, and I'm like, oh my God. I was like, well, I'll sing, and I've still got a good voice, but it was just, she filled Wembley Stadium.
Filled all
90,000
seats on her own.
We had a lovely little moment, and I'll always cherish it. And then for me, it is right. I want to sing the anthem in a full stadium, ideally for an England game, if they're watching.
Well, I mean, the power of spooning. That's all I can say. May come to bear. Hold on, I tell you what's unbelievable. This. Put it down. This is Antonio. He's made
Hello,
this.
Antonio.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, mate.
So what we've got here is this. Thank you, Antonio. What we brought back is a classic, right? So you love pea and ham,
yeah.
right? Pea and ham soup, and you also
What
love
have you done?
pizza. So I've done a pea, ham, egg, and chips pizza for you, which used to be on the menu in Shoreditch 100 years ago, and we haven't had it on the menu since, but we made all the ingredients up last night and we've cooked it for you today.
Oh my God.
So you've got ham hock, pea puree, fried egg, chips on a pizza. Slicing this baby up.
Oh, look at that egg.
Oh, still got soft yolks. Still got soft yolks, baby.
The smell of the yolk as well.
Oh yeah, it's all there.
This is unbelievable.
See, this is why we film it at Homeslice.
This is, oh my gosh, look at that yolk. You don't need a dip. You've
There
got
we
the
go.
dip
You've
in
got
the...
you've got everything here. Are we going in?
Yeah. Which
That looks like a good slice. That one there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's got Lloyd written all over it. That. Right, we're both going in.
Oh my gosh. How do you...
Yeah, NY fold, as they say. Tell me, is that delivering as far as a pizza is concerned? Are we happy?
That is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. You all right?
Napkins.
Oh, napkins, yeah. Have a little try of the chips. Oh,
Antonio,
that's unbelievable. That is unbelievable, mate.
beautiful pizza.
Wow.
Thank you, man.
That is
That
great.
just delivers, doesn't it?
The ham hock.
But
The
have you got to a bit of egg yolk yet? That's where it really comes into its own.
One of my first bites.
Oh my God. I mean,
This is out of this world. You should bring it back.
based on this, I think we're going to.
Also as well,
I've forgotten how good that is.
it's like,
Who doesn't want a ham, egg and chips pizza?
I might just dip one of the,
There you go.
oh that, yeah. That's the hardest one.
There we go. Yeah, just look, it's all ours. You can dip it in any one you like.
Oh my gosh.
Right, I'm going to get back on track here.
Yeah, I'll just have another
We've
little
been
bite.
very distracted by all of this. Now you have worked with a previous spooner, Sean Walsh, on Netflix. You did Flinch together.
Yep.
Is that coming back?
No.
Why not? I liked Flinch.
I think we got told at the very start, this is a one-off.
Oh, right.
It's a bit of fun. We basically were in a shed, a barn in Northern Ireland, and we just had the most ridiculous 2 or 3 weeks of having challenges, you know, paintballs shot at us, you know, emus pecking at our heads.
No, it was great.
Electric shock, some of the worst smelling food you've ever smelt. So it was great. And again, it's just nice to be able to, you know, dip in and out of these different shows. And
Now, Beat the Bookies was an interesting one as well, wasn't it? You did that for BBC.
yeah, did a documentary called Can You Beat the Bookies? Essentially, I had been one of the faces of a Ladbrokes campaign.
I remember that.
And if you know, you know, you know.
Yep.
And I didn't really, you know, I got a bit of backlash from a few friends and stuff being like, oh, I can't believe you're doing this. And I was like, well, I don't know what you mean by that. Not really realising that, you know, just the harm that the gambling world can do on a lot of people. And then I was approached by the BBC whether I'd do this documentary. And it was a real eye-opener, like a real eye-opener. And of all the things that I'd done, that was, I'd say, the most well-received thing ever. The amount of comments, messages I'd get from people.
Well, I think it was just honest.
It was very honest, yeah. And it just, you know, I think also as well, having been a part of that, you know, gambling machine where portraying this life of like, you know, oh God, we've just beat the bookies again. It's like, oh, you know, and the bookies want to make it look like people are beating them. Like they love it if someone wins an accumulator. Because, oh great, it looks like they're constantly winning when in fact, you know.
The house always does.
Exactly. So it was, you know, a little peek behind the curtain, just showed, you know, realistically the dangers of it and that you can't really beat it. And if you do try and beat it, they'll close you down pretty quickly. So, yeah, that was, a really nice thing to do. And it was quite a nice full circle. And I haven't worked for any bookies since.
No, weirdly. Exposing them.
Oh no, but they came like a few months later, like, oh, do you want to do this? I was like, did you see the documentary? They're like, oh, we don't care. I was like, all right, okay. They're like, yeah, it's fine. If anything, you've highlighted it. I was like,
that's not why we did it. But yeah, like I say, I like the honesty of that, and you know, you're not afraid to sort of put yourself out there and express who you really are. There's kind of, and I think it's the same in your comedy as well.
yeah,
There's a sort of like, yeah, this is me.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think I don't try and sugarcoat it. Like I'm a little fat bloke from the north of England who spends a lot of his time wearing a dress, singing in churches and stuff. It's like, that's who I am. And I think
Not a dress.
It's not a dress. It's a cassock.
It's a cassock.
With a surplice on top. But I think, yeah, it's just celebrating who you are. And I think my favourite comedians are just authentic comedians, and that's what I try and be. I still think I've got probably a bit more to give and what have you. So, but
That's what I was going to ask. Do you feel like your comedy, because your most recent tour was One Ton of Fun, wasn't it? Was that the most recent one?
yeah, was it?
I think so. Was it? Yes.
Oh no, it's Baroque and Roll. Baroque and Roll.
Rock and roll. But do you find that your comedy changes and develops as you do?
Yeah, a little bit, and also I think it's it's with age as well. Like my most recent show, Baroque and Roll, was essentially talking about my various midlife crises. Like I had a hair transplant last year, got a BMW M3, laser hair removal.
How bad was that? I don't remember the.
It was bad.
It's a lovely job.
It's.
But again, that's what I like. It's the honesty about it. Yeah, I had that done.
And also like I documented it. You know what I mean? I put it on Instagram. I put it on TikTok. We tried to make a documentary about it, but just timings didn't work. But I just wanted to.
Basically, I'm no mathematician.
Yeah.
But it's £2 a hair.
Yeah, about that. Yeah. I think
was it 3,000 graphs and it cost you £6,000?
£6,000. Yeah.
I mean, it looks like they threw in 52 for
52.
free.
Yeah. I was like, how many got done? He was like 3,052. I was like, seems a random number, but.
And how long did the procedure take? You sat there and
you're in at 9, you're out at 5.
Right, but they take them out the back here and they stick them in the top
and they
there.
basically pop them in the front. Yeah.
And then you have to take medication afterwards to make sure it takes or not.
Well, you don't have to take medication to make sure it takes. Like it will take. It's just whether the hair that you've already got will stay.
Right.
If that makes sense.
So I freely admit to anyone else, when I started to recede, I started to take finasteride.
Yeah.
and then it just stopped receding.
So I take
Finasteride back, but it didn't get any worse.
I took finasteride maybe like 2 months before the transplant.
Yeah.
Just to kind
There are other hair replacements available.
So you basically take that, and there can be side effects. I've not noticed any side effects.
Neither have I.
And a lot of people take it. You know, it stops the thinning. It's a DHT blocker, which stops the hair loss, and then also can strengthen the hair as well. So I'd noticed that actually the hair that I was losing, it had kind of got to a point. I was like, oh, I think that is my pattern. So I started taking the medication, had the procedure.
Where were you going? You're going there, and the biscuit in the back.
Yeah, that was not. That it was more like the front and the sides. So like now, when I go for auditions or like acting and stuff, I just feel a lot more confident because I'm like, oh, actually, do you know what? I've got.
I have heard.
And also, just like when I'm, doing self tapes and stuff, I can just kind of.
You should think about going back to your natural colour, like me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I have thought about that, but continuity.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Especially with the new show,
Yes.
Return to Paradise.
Return to Paradise.
Where you are playing Colin.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Colin. People who don't know the show, because it's part of the Paradise family, but it takes place in Australia.
They call it the Paraverse.
The Paraverse, yes.
They call it
of
the
course.
Paraverse.
I had heard that.
So, Death in Paradise is the OG,
Yep.
which is set in.
I'm trying to remember who the first, detective.
Ben Miller.
It was Ben Miller, wasn't it?
Ben Miller.
Spooner as well.
Ex-Spooner.
Yes.
Yes, he is. Yeah, I know. I saw.
Yep.
Ben Miller. Then it was Chris Marshall,
Yep.
Ardal O'Hanlon,
Yep.
Ralph Little, now Don Gillet, and they have done a spin-off in Devon, Cornwall called
Yes.
Beyond Paradise, which Chris Marshall
Yep.
heads up, and now they've
But
done.
now he's back from the Caribbean.
He's back from the Caribbean and he's down in the southwest England. And then we have a show called Return to Paradise, which is set in Australia. Basically, same kind of recipe, different ingredients. I'm trying to link it into the.
Yeah, no, I like that. And I'm about to link it in now because I have something down here. And we do this when people come on, say, to promote a book. We pick food
Yeah.
that they mention in their book, and they have to recognise which page or part of the book it was from.
Yeah.
It's a good way of checking whether they wrote it.
Lovely.
And another way, in this case, a good way of checking, were you actually there or was it AI? So I have something for you here, which I'm going to pop there. Open that up. Tell me what that is and how that relates to the series you're in.
Quite nervous. Oh. So, this is Turkish Delight.
Yes, it is.
And that is from, not a spoiler, it is a delicacy that is offered in episode 1 of series 2
Exactly.
with Reggie's ex-husband.
Which is the series you're here to talk about.
Which is the series I'm here to talk about.
And how does your character change and develop? Is there anything you can give away? Do you go on, as they like to say, a journey in this series?
Just to kind of like a bit of backstory. So with Return to Paradise, I play an English man, a little tubby English man from Lincolnshire. Quite hard role to play, a lot of method acting, called Detective Senior Constable Colin Cartwright, and he's basically been in Australia for 7 or 8 years. He's kind of quite home in Dolphin Cove. Then Mackenzie Clark, Australian detective, comes back over, essentially kind of takes control of the police station and starts solving these murders. So in series 1, his nose is a little bit out of joint. He's like, oh, who's this person? Kind of like, I'd quite like to get a promotion and stuff like that. And then I think in series 2, what you see is a bit more of a friendship. I wouldn't say they're, a partnership, like DL and Pasco.
Working against each other anymore.
But they're helping each other. And I think through osmosis, Colin's figuring out that he's a better cop because he's working with Mackenzie, and Mackenzie's working out she's a better human just from being friends with Colin and just having a bit more humility. So there is a lot more character progression. Also, you get to see why Colin's left the UK, why he stayed in Australia. That's a nice little episode.
Is there any on-set Brit versus Aussie rivalry? Pom versus Aussie rivalry?
Not really Pom versus Aussie rivalry, but kind of like almost like a learning. Like I teach them a few things, they teach me a few
proper
things.
English?
Well, yeah. Your words, not mine.
I know. You have to go back. Yeah.
So,
to our Australian brothers.
There was, it was just like, I think also as well, it was mirrored in real life. You know, I turned out to, I've never been to Australia before.
Yeah.
Then I'm in Australia, and it's like, oh right, wow, this is amazing. And essentially, that was what Colin did 7, 8 years ago. So
But had you been to Australia? You'd never been before,
never
had
been.
you?
No.
What have you noticed are the major cultural differences? Because you're an observant individual, so you would have spotted like, yeah, I don't know why they do that.
Well, they do shorten every word. So instead of like the bowling club, they just call it the bolo.
Yeah,
Yeah, instead of a
they
sand-
like to add an O.
They like to have no. So like instead of a sandwich, you call it a sando.
Yeah.
You know, the bottle shop. You can't buy alcohol in a supermarket. You have to buy it from a bottle shop. They call it the bottle-o.
I mean, that could help.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
we
like,
should implement that here.
They eat schnitzel a lot out there.
Yeah. Well, they eat a lot of things out there that don't suit the climate, I've
No.
always thought.
And they
Like
call
the
it-
casserole. What the hell are they doing?
They call a schnitzel a schnitty. Like, hey, you want to come down to the
You see,
bottle
that
for a
sounds-
schnitty?
That sounds like something you might find in your pants.
Yeah, but I'm happy with that.
Are you? Okay. I wouldn't eat
Bit of tomato sauce.
Okay. So, how long a period do you spend out there filming? Do you go out for 6, 8 weeks, or do you get a break?
So-
come back, because it's a long way to go.
It's a long way to go, and
Even when you're lying down.
even when you're lying down, you're out there for you're filming for about 3 months solidly.
Gosh.
3.5 months. So
And
it's,
are you allowed to bring loved ones with you?
I mean, you can do if you've got them. But I'm the only non-Australian on the show, so like
Yeah.
I'm the only person that's.
But
you
that's
know,
what I was worried that. Do you get ganged up on? I mean, do you need some support? I mean,
all right,
I could come and help.
see what you're doing
But,
here.
you
Yeah.
know,
That's lovely of
Black
you.
card versus
Oh, crikey.
lie down bed next to you on the plane. Bit of time in Australia. I could learn about
I
Australia.
have to do the maths as to how many pizzas I have to eat in order for that to work out as economical. But it's amazing. Like, everyone's so lovely and welcoming out there, and you know, there's things that I'd never done before. I'd never been to Aussie Rules, obviously, that I have it over here. So I was going to a lot of that. I go to a lot of NRL games. I went to a lot of soccer, football, which.
I mean, look.
One
they-
week I took my boots. Do you know what I mean? I was like, look, I think I
No,
can get
I
a
think I
game
can
here.
help. I can get a game.
And that was in the AFL.
If they offered you a Death in Paradise, Return to Paradise crossover kind of thing, you know, like you're visiting the different realms of the Paraverse.
Yes,
Are you up for that?
absolutely.
I mean, apart from the South Coast one.
Well, do you know what you say, apart from the South Coast one? I went to university down in Devon, and it was some of the most enjoyable years of my life. So I would love to go to the Caribbean, obviously. Never been to the Caribbean.
As long as it's flatbed.
Yeah, well, I'll
He only travels flatbed.
I'll fly the plane. But then also, I think I would also enjoy Devon as well. So if they're listening, I'd take a little bit of Devon.
Okay.
A sabbatical. Maybe he takes a sabbatical in Devon.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
Yeah, exactly. I think they'd be lucky to have you down there. Now, traitors, celebrity traitors. One,
Yeah.
would you take part?
100%.
And two, how do you think Nick Mohammed's doing?
I love Nick.
Yeah.
Again, unbelievable. He's really going under the radar at the moment, isn't he?
Yes.
There's a few that are basically just getting away with it, and he's very, very, very intelligent.
He is.
He's
but
very,
he's brilliant
very-
at deadpan.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, his other comedy characters that not everybody's got to see.
Yeah, Mr. Swallow.
Which, I mean, I love
Unbelievable.
Mr. Swallow.
Unbelievable. I went to see his pantomime at Christmas last year. So good. But yeah, he's amazing. Do you know, I'd never watched Traitors before the celebrity one, so I'd never watched the originals. And
I'm
started,
sorry, Claudia.
and yeah, I've been watching celebrity one, and I guess it's because like quite a few friends are in it that I'm like a bit more invested, and so I'm going to go back
Who do
and
you
watch.
think's let themselves down? Come on. I mean, it was sad to see Balding go.
I don't think anyone's let themselves down. I think they're all so good, especially the Traitors, like Kat Burns. Oh my God. She's playing an absolute blinder. She's got everyone on. She's got everyone.
Yeah.
Just where she wants them.
Yeah.
And I'm not entirely sure if she knows if she's doing it, but she's absolutely killing it.
No, I mean, she's showing slightly sociopathic tendencies.
It's perfect. It's lovely.
I'd like to throw yourself into the middle of something like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would absolutely love it, and I don't know how I'd play it. I was chatting to someone last week, another person that could be, you know, in it, in the public eye, and they're like, "Oh, this is what I do. This is what I do. Then I do this, and I do that." I was like, "Oh God, I'm just going to go in.
So what they were game planning
They were
without
game planning.
Have they been asked to do the next season?
I don't think so, no. But they were game planning without even.
Who is it? Who's
I can't tell you, just in case they do.
This man's a series of NDAs.
Tom Cruise.
Okay, good. We've come to that time of proceedings where I am going to hand you the luxury, smug, Spooning with Mark Wogan blindfold. I'm going to remove the pizza. We can come back to this.
Yeah, but don't move it too far away.
No, it's yours.
Yeah.
It's yours.
And you've got boxes, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I'll take that
We can
to
even
therapy.
heat that up. There you go. Look, thank you.
Don't drop it.
So it comes to that
Pop it
time
on.
of proceedings where I am going to give you your first spoon. However, this is, let me just pop that down there. So this is your first spoon, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to feed it to you,
Okay.
and I'm giving you, it's not actually a spoon, this one. I'm giving you something that you're going to take a bite out of. He's trying to sniff his way to knowledge here.
Okay, I think I can smell cheese.
Well, here we go.
Oh.
Open wide. Now take a bite. Tell me what we've got there. Do you know what that is?
That tasted like some sort of cheese toasty.
Maybe. Was there any other kind of protein in it? Here, take another bite. I mean, you obviously don't hate it. You haven't spat it out. You're getting what it is yet? That's a good noise.
Bacon, maybe?
For goodness sake, take that blindfold off. I cannot tell you the trouble I've gone to here.
Oh.
I made that for you myself
Oh.
with my own hand.
My
Tell the people at home what it is.
God. That is. How do you pronounce it? Haslet or Haslet?
Haslet, I say.
Haslet. That is a Haslet sandwich.
Yeah.
With tomato sauce.
Yeah.
Oh my good
And
God.
what I did was, into the bun, I fried a little cheese into the bun in the pan, which I thought was a nice way of getting the cheese element into
Oh
it.
my gosh. That is unbelievable.
So, for people
Wow.
who don't know,
Yeah.
that is essentially British meatloaf.
It is British
And
meatloaf.
It's pork, breadcrumbs.
Mystery meat.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, some might say mechanically reclaimed. But it is pork, onion, sage, breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
You've got to soak the breadcrumbs in milk.
Sorry, I'm having another
Then you then got to pack it into. I've got one for you to take home as well, because I made two. There is one for you to take home,
My God.
and then you cook it in a water bath for an hour.
Do you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it's quite difficult. North of the Watford Gap, that is difficult stuff to get hold of. So I had to make it.
I love that. Can I tell you the story behind that?
Yeah, please.
So,
Because I like the story behind it.
my cousin, Nick, I think Nick, how old's Nick now? I'm 41, so he's probably, I think he's maybe 60 soon. Severely autistic, grown up with him, very funny, just tells jokes the whole entire time. All he does is just tell jokes. His favourite food is a Haslet sandwich. On bread, Lurpak, ketchup. Haslet, ketchup, Lurpak, bread. And I remember my mum making it for him once. I was like, what's that? She's like, it's what Nick likes. And I tasted it. I was like, this is amazing. And I've just been, that is kind of like my guilty pleasure. Because if you say, oh, I'm having a Haslet sandwich with ketchup, people are like, oh, that's awful. And it is awful. If you have it
really
with a bit,
tastes great.
it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And yeah, so that's Nick's favourite food, and I absolutely adore it. And that is my like little guilty pleasure with a little. I know that you've got the cheese in there as well.
Yeah, but you like the cheese top bun.
Cheese top bun. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but that is unbelievable. I've never seen Haslet that thick. I used to call it Haslet as a kid. Can I have another little? That is.
Yeah, well, that's
unbelievable.
because I cut that myself. I tried it a bit thinner. I thought it didn't have the same. I wanted the kind of bite through of the slightly thicker slice.
That is unbelievable.
Good. Well, I'm glad we made you happy, because it was a toss-up between that or trying to replicate your mum's nachos.
Oh.
Which was another thing you wrote passionately about.
Yeah. So mum was a cook growing up.
Yeah. She worked at Wimpy, wasn't she?
She was a manager of Wimpy in Grimsby.
Good.
And then she worked in various different guises and done a number of jobs. Basically do anything.
But hard working. What?
Oh God, yeah. I have 2 or 3 jobs just to put the food on the table for me and my sister. But she used to work at a place called the Sidewalk. She had a little restaurant called Nolan's. She'd been manager of various cafes and stuff.
It wasn't named after the Nolans.
Not the Nolans,
Nolan
no, just a man called Nolan.
Okay.
Anyway, she used to cook a lot. We also lived down the road from the Bird's Eye factory in Grimsby, and they built this massive factory. Everyone kicked off. They're like, no, we're going to lose daylight. They're like, oh no, we'll send you on holidays and stuff, as a compensation.
They build it in your garden?
It was very close to the back garden. And they're like, oh, we're not going to get any reception on our TVs. We'll build massive aerials. Like, no. And they're like, honestly, it's going to be awful. They're like, we'll give you free Bird's Eye food for a year. Mum was like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
So we used to go to the Bird's Eye shop, but Mum and get like a lot of Bird's Eye free meals. But Mum, very good cook, really nice like home cooked stuff. One of her favourite things that I loved her doing, nachos. Still does them now. Do you know what I mean? But like just nachos in the oven, no mucking about. But yeah, toss it
What
between.
cheese does she use as a matter of interest?
Just cheddar.
Okay.
Just normal cheddar, mate. We're from Grimsby.
She doesn't go for the Monterey Jack.
No. It's basically, I think, whatever's on offer.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's basically
in the company shop, yeah.
covered
Yeah.
in tons of cheese.
Lovely, yeah.
nice.
Bit of salsa, bit of guac, do you know what I mean?
Very nice.
Lovely stuff.
I
Maybe
like
with
that.
some chili.
I like that, but I don't like it if somebody buys it in the cinema and comes and sits next to me. Then I don't like it.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't think you should be allowed any form of hot food in a cinema.
It is
It's
mad, isn't it?
disturbing.
Yeah. Hot food that doesn't smell or is noiseless.
Yeah. But I mean, just generally, it's like hot food on a tube.
No.
No. Hot food on a train.
Yeah, that annoys me. Getting the last train home and everyone's got curries
Oh, what do you
from Itsu and all that lot. Not Itsu, what's the other one?
wasabi.
Wasabi.
Oh, no, I do not
Sweet and
want
sour
to
chicken.
smell katsu curry at 11 o'clock at night on the last tube home.
However, if I've had 7 pints, all bets are
That's
off.
your go-to.
That's my go-to.
Because you said something strange. You got interviewed about last meals.
Yeah.
And last things. You said my last drink would be a gluten-free beer.
Yeah.
Remember this?
Yeah, well, I don't want to die. If it's my last meal,
Yeah.
You've got to ask, like, why is it my last meal?
Right.
Presumably because I'm on death row.
Okay.
And if I'm being electrocuted,
You killed the linesman.
I've killed a linesman, a linesperson.
Sorry.
And if I'm being electrocuted, I'm going to be gassy.
Yeah.
So if gluten-free, if I can just reduce a little bit of gas. My last meal, in theory, and this is quite poignant because they sadly announced they're ceasing trading, Pizza Hut, which is one of my first ever jobs.
It turns out, though, as a result, that the home of a pizza is not a hut.
Oh, really?
Might be Homeslice. That's
Oh.
all I'm saying.
Oh, sorry. The gravy is still warm. It would be the Pizza Hut buffet.
Are you sure? For me, have you ever been to a Harvester before?
Yeah.
The salad bar, the bacon bits.
Yeah.
They're not. I think you could eat those even if you didn't eat pork. I don't think there's any bacon.
It's
in
0%
bits.
bacon. I can tell, like, we used to look at the ingredients. It's 0% bacon. Like, you can, any religion can.
And have you noticed over the years how the plates have got smaller?
Yeah.
It's like literally that's not a plate. That's a saucer.
I used to love the Pizza Hut buffet, and I think that's the reason why I'd say that would be my last meal, because when people come, okay, and I'm like, oh, I'm not finished yet, and I'll just keep eating.
Yeah.
I
like it when you.
Till I die.
I don't know if the footage is real, but on social media at the moment, they have pictures of people being escorted out of all-you-can-eat buffets for not stopping eating.
My kind of people.
Yeah, well, I mean,
My kind of people.
I used to be considerably larger
Oh, really?
than I am now. I mean, there was a period in my life that if it wasn't nailed down, I'd eat it. And people go, oh, how did you lose all the weight? And it's like, and luckily for me, I lost all the weight before Manjaro and all that sort of thing. So I mean, it is literally eat less, do more.
Yeah.
That's all. It's no big secret.
No big secret.
No big secret.
Hurrah.
And and I have periods where, I might put on 5 kilos again because I just want to eat for a bit, because I love food.
Yeah, I do.
Right. And my whole thing.
The way I said that. Yeah, I do.
I do too.
I do. Yeah.
But I also like changing opinions. So it's time for your blindfold to come on again.
Oh, God.
And I'm going to pop that down there. There's plenty more of that. Right, so this one is a spoon, okay? And I'm going to be feeding it to you. And here we go. Open very wide. Tell me flavours, textures, what have you got?
Texture,
Yeah,
fluffy.
fluffy. Flavours? Anything particular standing out for you?
Now, I think I'm going to say it caramelly,
Yes,
butter, potentially.
yes, definitely butter.
Banoffee.
Close. Take that off. Because you were quite adamant about your hatred of bananas.
I hate 'em.
But was that nice?
Is that
I mean,
banana?
would you eat the second spoon? I mean,
that-
you don't have to.
Was that banana?
Yeah.
Wow. That hasn't happened before.
Hey,
That hasn't happened before.
really?
Yeah. So when I was a kid, my mum could eat bananas growing up. Had me. Had an aversion to bananas. Has not been able to eat bananas since I was born. And she tried to feed me some bananas. And I said, I couldn't say don't like it. I said, go yak it. Go yak it. Go yak it. So it's a bit of an in-joke at home. Don't like bananas. Haven't been able to eat bananas ever since.
Right.
But that,
What are we saying?
yeah.
What
is it?
What are we saying? No, are we saying, I'll tell you in a minute, but what are we saying? Are we saying,
Yeah, that's nice. I could have that second spoon.
so that is my peanut butter and banana upside down cake with creme anglaise, basically. Or
Wow.
posh custard. Now, if you'd said that's horrible, I would have had to have shown off. And there was various people of note who've said that's one of the nicest puddings they've ever eaten.
Go on.
Heston Blumenthal, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, he's eating it at my
Little chef
house.
bloke.
Hey?
Little chef?
Well, yeah, amongst other things, yes. Like Michelin stars, best restaurant in the world, that one. Yeah, that bloke.
Little chef bloke, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I have a...
You, listen, there's a whole load of it over
Is
there.
there?
You can take it home with you if you like. See, now that you know bananas in it, are you going off it?
No.
Because the other thing to remember is, and the reason I
Can't
served
taste the bananas.
Yeah, but the reason I served it to you is this, right? You talked about not eating a banana since you were a kid. As you get older, your taste buds change and develop. And look, he's got the banana now.
Banana.
And do we still hate it? Because I'm wondering if, it's just that thing of as you get older, rarely does a kid like an olive, but when you get older, you like olives.
Coffee.
Yeah, coffee.
Dark chocolate.
Yeah. All of those
Killers.
things.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So have we changed your opinion
Yeah.
about bananas?
Yeah.
Good. Well, in that case, I think we've got to end on a high, if I'm honest, because
And there's more of that, yeah?
Yeah, there is more of that, and there's more of everything.
Yeah.
There's more pizza, there's more Haslet, there's more
Turkish Delight.
Turkish Delight, and there's more peanut butter and banana upside down cake. It's been a real pleasure.
Oh, mate.
I've enjoyed it no end. I wish you every success with Return to Paradise. Is series 3 in the bag?
Absolutely no idea.
Oh, damn it.
Absolutely no idea. I'd love it to be.
The nice thing now is you'll be able to start touring in Australia.
Yeah.
Because they'll know you now.
I'll do my material about Sandos and Bolos.
Yeah,
and
exactly. And they'll understand what you're talking
They'll
about.
understand it.
Isn't it?
But, oh, my God.
But
I'm in a bit of a food high.
yeah, go on. There's plenty more where that came from. But that is all for this week. Huge thank you to Lloyd for taking part and eating a banana and enjoying it. I will be back next week, of course, with another very special guest who will be trying the food that they love and the food that they hate. A big thanks to the team here at Homeslice City, including Antonio, who cooked the most delicious pizza for us today. If you like what we're doing here, you can follow us across social media by searching Spooning with Mark Wogan. You can also find us in glorious Technicolor on the Virgin YouTube channel and wherever you get your podcasts from. And if you haven't had enough of me by the end of this, you'll find me on Virgin Chilled Saturdays and Sunday mornings, 10 till 2 p.m. But until next week, stay beautiful.
Has anyone else got a black curve?
All right, I'll give you a black curve.